Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of That's So Fox, things that only happen in the life of Fox. I am Fox and this is the person that these things happen to. Hello, it is Tuesday, it is like almost 5:30 Tuesday afternoon, evening, and I am supposed to be getting on a plane, a Southwest Airlines plane, to Nashville and then to New Orleans for Heartiecon tomorrow, Sarra Cannon's writer conference tomorrow. And I was so excited because I packed like super fast and I was like ahead of schedule and I was like, this is amazing. I'm never ahead of time. I'm so excited. I'm not going to rush. And then I got a notification. I picked up my phone to text my bestie and tell her, girl, you're never going to believe this. I am ready ahead of time. And as I picked up my phone, I got a message that said that my flight leaving Pittsburgh was delayed. If the other one was delayed, whatever, didn't matter. But the first flight connecting into Pittsburgh to Nashville was delayed by 2 hours, and that meant I was not going to meet my connection in Nashville, which meant that I was not going to make it to New Orleans tonight. So I called Southwest, and unfortunately, because of the tight turnaround here, the only time they could get me in was 9:40 tomorrow, which is already like an hour and a half into the conference. So husband, while I was doing this, went on American Airlines. We found out that American Airlines has a flight leaving at 6:56, so in an hour and a half, leaving from Pittsburgh to Charlotte and then connecting Charlotte to New Orleans, and I'll land at midnight instead of 11 o'clock in New Orleans if all goes according to plan. And then we tried to book it, but as we were booking it, it became within 2 hours of flight time, and you can no longer book online within 2 hours of the flight. So thankfully I was able to call them as we were driving. We just threw everything in the car and we were like, we're gonna go for broke. And we are in the car driving to the airport, and I was able to talk to American Airlines. We are headed to the airport right now, and we're just flying literally by the seat of our pants right now. So we shall see. So I talked to American Airlines, and they said that they booked me. I'm waiting for like a confirmation email to come in, but we were not able to use our frequent flyer miles, so I am having to pay for this flight, which is like okay. And then I'm going to keep my one way home from Southwest. I have to call Southwest and have them cancel, and I have to pay for bags now, which I'm not stoked about. But you know what? As long as I get there, whatever it takes. I was like looking up the drive time. I was like, if I leave right now and if I connect to another city, that'll get me closer, and then I can drive. Just looking up every single thing I could think of. So we're doing the best we can. We will see. I will keep you posted on how this all goes. But we are headed to the airport. We are like 20 minutes from the airport right now. And it feels like a 90s movie. It feels like the point of the 90s movie where like everything hinges on them getting on this plane and getting to this place, and they have to like run into the airport without a ticket and just be like, I need to book a plane right now. I need a seat on this plane. And they're like, there's only one seat on the plane and it's broken. And they're like, I'll sit on it anyway. That's how I feel right now. So ancestors, please watch over me. Get me safely to New Orleans tonight. That's what we're trying for. So I will keep you posted. My next gate exists even though it's so early. It's not working yet. Alright, it's 10:30. We're finally boarding the second flight. I'm so sleepy. Alright, y'all, we made it to New Orleans. It's 11:30 local time, which is 12:30 my time. I gotta get the bags, get an Uber, get a shower, and go to bed. But look, there's an alligator. There's a smiling alligator on the airport sign. Love to see it. my friends, we have arrived. We are here. They didn't have the room that I ordered, which I don't know how that works. They have it on the website, whatever. Anyway, so I have 2 queen instead of 1 king. I'm not gonna complain. I just want a bed and a shower. But look at this. Can you see that? Look at that. That's the view. The moon is like extra spooky tonight. That bridge looks cool as hell. That's the view from my room. So, yeah. Worth it to sleep in a smaller bed. Listen, I'm used to sleeping with a 40-pound pit bull in my bed, so a queen bed solo is much more space than I get on a normal basis, so that's the view. All right, everybody, I'm gonna try to get a shower and get into bed because it is like 12:30 and the conference starts at 8:30, so. And your girl needs to get up and have her alone quiet time before she peoples all day, because you know how that goes. So we made it to New Orleans. We made it to Heartiecon. The spirits and ancestors watched over us, and we're here. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning. I'm trying to find my way outside because there's a beautiful sunrise, but I cannot figure out how to exit the hotel. No, for real, completely lost. Like, I can figure out how to get outside to the side that's not the river. But the sunrise is over the river here. I don't know. We're lost. I've discovered a hallway that says exit. Ooh, I think we got it. 2 wrong turns, but I think we got it. And there we go. That's beautiful. It's a little bit brighter than when I started this journey to come show you this, but beautiful. Good morning, New Orleans. Good morning. So here's the hotel. The moon is still up and spooky. So my room must be one of these, because I can see that situation, and I can see this little path right here from my room. So I got shit to do before the conference begins, and I gotta get breakfast. So did not sleep very much, but we're here and doing our best. Okay, over here we have a riverboat, the Creole Queen, and then wait, what? Hather, what is this? What is this? It is that thing, you know, just stopped moving a little bit ago. Like when the sun came up, it stopped moving. It was moving and in action and walking around this last night. Oh, that is creepy. That is creepy. All right, everybody, this is the fit. This is what we're wearing. My author brand is Spooky. So we got Spooky here. And the hair, I had my braids in and they were all funky when I slept on them. So I was like, oh, I put them in braids and then I take them out and then they look fabulous. And like natural curl, like beach curl, and it doesn't look like that because the South is humid. But anyway, this is what we're wearing. We're going to Heartiecon. Come with me. All right, everybody, excuse the bags under my eyes because y'all know I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. But we made it, and that's important. And I'm very excited trying to find where this room is. Anyway, I'm excited because this is like the first day of my writer life. Like, it's not the first day, but it is. I found it. It's not the first day. I've been writing since I was like 6, but it's the first time I've spent money to invest in myself to try to be a writer, besides like signing up for Sarah's classes, online courses. So, here we are. All right, here we are. Wow, it's crowded in here. Look at all this people. This is so exciting. 12:44 was when I checked in last night, and I was like, that's fine. It's okay. And then I was like too wired to sleep because of all the stress. So.
I will try probably several times today. But just the fact that you all made this trip from all over the country to be here for this, like, this is a dream. This is such a dream. And if there is evidence that anything you dream of, even if you think, oh, well, that's never going to happen, it happens. Proof of it right here. We love you, Sarah.
everybody. We are at our lunch break. There's somebody coming. We are at our lunch break and it's been a lot. It's been so good. The morning has been so good. My table's amazing. Everybody sitting with is great and having a wonderful time. But I do need a little decompression time. So I'm gonna try to go to the pool. My hair is just, it's getting bigger. The more this day goes on, the more I turn into the goth Gwen Shamblin here without all like, you know, the fraud and everything. And the unhealthy views on dieting, but the elevator's going up. We're gonna try to find the pool. Okay, I found the pool. There's a place to sit. You can bring food as long as it's not glass. So I'm gonna get like a sandwich or something and go sit outside. Get a little sunshine in. It's not too hot actually. It's very humid, but not too hot. And just chill. Think about what a great time I'm having, how many new friends I have. All right, so this is the second floor riverside pool. So you have to go up these steps here. And there is the pool. Very nice.
It's just a rom-com, get somebody through cancer treatments. Is someone's release at the end of the day, gives them hope when the world feels like it's a dumpster fire. Or maybe your book is the place where your reader recognizes someone like themselves in a book for the first time. But I believe that everybody who has that peace in their heart that says, this is what I want to do, is not doing it because it's like, oh, that's going to be an easy way to make money. It's because you were meant for this. The world needs your story. And I know that sometimes it feels like it's going to be really hard to find that reader. But the work you did today, that's the work that gets that book in the hands of the readers that it will mean something to. And I would arguably say the world needs your story now more than ever. It's important. There are people in crisis, there are people who need you, there are people who are stressed and burned out to the max, there are people who have never felt seen or safe or felt like they were a part of something. They never felt like they could be the hero or heroine who slays the dragon, but your book says, well, if Harper can get through it, then I can do it too. That's who we are to the readers. And when we put our whole hearts into the book and we're brave enough to figure out who that reader is and seek them out and really show them what is special about it and connect with them, we don't just change that reader's lives. That radiates out because once they feel seen and confident, they now have a voice to share. And it becomes a concentric circle radiating out across the world. And it's the most powerful thing there is, which means that each one of you in here is the most powerful thing there is. This is how you get your voice out there. When I first decided on the edge of the woods that I was going to go for it, I had no idea how I didn't know how to write dialogue. Sat down and tried to write a book and thought, how do you do this again? Let me go find a book off the shelf, I forgot. Our mind goes blank. We don't always know how it's going to work. We don't always know how we're going to find our next reader. We don't always know if we're making the right choices. But there's one of my favorite quotes from Rumi says, as you start to walk on the way appears. I hope that today revealed a little bit more of that path for you as you walk on the way. But you don't have to have every piece of this figured out. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. All you have to do is keep walking. And if you ever doubt whether you can do it, just remember that you have 65 cheerleaders in this room who know you can. We believe in you, and this is just the beginning. Thank you guys so much for
There's a number of reasons I don't live in the South, but one of them is this. My hair continues to get bigger as the day goes on. So the official part of the conference is over for the day. I'm tired. It was great. It was amazing, but I have been peopling forever. And the thing about me and peopling is that even when it's with people I really super like it was today, I just collapse. Also I didn't sleep very much last night because of the late flight and everything. So, and the adrenaline once I finally got off the plane. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I probably need to get dinner, but I'm not hungry yet. I had some leftover my lunch sandwich. I didn't finish it at lunch, so I had some when I got back to the room here. There's a hair salon in the hotel here, and I'm like, I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna pay it a visit tomorrow. So anyway, tomorrow there's the first, the opening keynote or whatever, and then there's one class I want to take, and that's all there is tomorrow. There's 2 classes that I want to take on Friday, but there's only 1 class tomorrow. So we're gonna explore New Orleans tomorrow. So we gotta rest up tonight so we can do exploring tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna try to take a little nap right now. The conference was so good. I wanted to record more, but I was it was interactive. We were doing workbooks. We were talking with our people. It was just, my heart is very full and my brain is very tired. So for multiple reasons. So we have our pajama party from 8 until 11 tonight. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but maybe we're going to go to the salon tomorrow and just be can you fix this? Part of the problem is it's really hard for me to get in with my stylist because the salon is closed Mondays now. They used to be open Mondays and she used to work every Monday, and I would always be able to get in with her on a Monday. Salon is closed Mondays now completely. She never works Tuesday. That's always been her day off. And she used to work 1 Sunday a month. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are my best days because Fridays I get my lashes done. Wednesdays are always chaotic. Thursdays I walk dogs. It's just hard to fit it in. And I couldn't fit it in before we've had stuff going on. We were traveling one weekend and then I don't know. So I haven't been able to get in with my stylist for 2 months. So that's part of the problem, which is why I was if they have an opening at the salon tomorrow, we're going to have somebody do my hair. Enough about my hair. Anyway, that's my update. One thing about me at a conference is that I cannot be trusted because I will be I'm so tired, and I will try to make an Irish goodbye, and then someone will say, we're hanging out at the bar, and I'll be here I am, and I just show up. I un-Irish goodbye. I don't know. Anyway. Y'all, this was not hard to find, but I made it hard to find somehow. Well done. I met a new bestie. We ended up chit-chatting for 2 hours, and now I'm late for the pajama party. But I'm going. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. It is day 2 of conferences. This is the writer fit for the day. Repping Birch Bark Books here. This indie author's got to rep indie bookstores. And headed down to get some breakfast. Actually got some sleep last night, feeling like a real person a little bit more. And we're gonna go to a couple sessions and then we're gonna head out on the town in New Orleans. All right, so I went to the breakfast buffet and again, they had the voodoo donuts. So I got the blueberry one today. And I can't eat this whole donut plus all the other stuff I ate. So yesterday I was like, can I just have a box? It's just for my half a donut that I ate half of. And they're like, fine. Well, today I asked again, and she's like, I cannot give you this if I give you a box and they see me. And then she did like the throat cutting motion, which I can't do because I have my hands full. She's like, but I will give you 2 napkins, cover the donut on the plate and take it secretly to your room. So here we are. Hello everybody, we are headed out. Look at the crew. Everybody say hi. We are headed out to go get some lunch and we have a couple stops to make. We're gonna get some beignets, we're gonna do some writing, and it's gonna be a great time. Alright, here's the evening fit. I am heading out. I think I'm gonna be solo tonight. Gonna go and try to see the Mardi Gras Museum. And that is a restaurant that is known for there's a bar attached that is known for their French 75. So I'm gonna try to get a French 75. Bringing my notebook, maybe doing some writing. We shall see. And then we'll go from there when we get back. So I had to come back and take a nap. We had such a fun day. It was an amazing day. And I was just tired and I just took an hour-long nap and then I just have been zoning out a little bit. So let's get out into the night. We're in the museum. These outfits are from 1939. Wow. This is so cool. This one is 1962. Oh, this is the Marie Antoinette outfit of 1962. So we have the actual dress itself there, and then everything has like the picture of her in the, if you can see that, her in the dress. Wow. This is my favorite. Like, I am living for this. Look at this. I mean, that's beautiful. This one's from 1954, vintage champagne. Oh, they're grapes. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, hopefully you can read that. It says, for the royal repast ball, the entire court dressed as delicious dishes and wines. I love it. That's what I want to dress like, delicious wine. All right, let me head over here next. Let's get some information here. Okay. The Coronation Queen in Paris theme. Very pretty. So like that's the train. That giant thing on the wall there is the train of the dress. So this was from 1949. All right, this one's from 1950. This is the Texas look. I don't know if that's very Texas to me. It's this one here, look at that. Wow. Very beautiful. Look at the little, like, comedy and tragedy masks there. Nice, nice, nice. All right, this one's from 1952. This says, wearing the official carnival colors, purple, green, and gold, she portrayed the spirit of Mardi Gras, and this gown was made in only 24 hours. Look, as someone whose mom makes her costumes every year, that's a lot to do in 24 hours. A lot of this, she was standing there getting stuck with pins by her mom making it. I know the struggle. And this is the 1961, this 1961, the one from 1960. Queen of the World, I think it's called. Look at this train is like the size of a room. Like this is bigger than my dorm room was in college. I could have spread this out and it would have gone up the walls. Crazy. You know, I need this dress. I'm not a dress wearer. This is 1967. It's another Paris. We really loved Paris. We leaned in on Paris, but look at this dress. Look at the detail on this. I think I actually had homecoming, or it might have been pharmacy school formal dress with this like similar beading on it, but I am living for it. Look at that. And look at the detail on the collar. I love it. I got the 1963 dress here. This is the Queen of Sparta look. I don't know the Greek ones. I don't know if that's really what they wore in Greece, but we have like a cornucopia of situations with a carrot on it, some bananas, a crab, like, I mean, food on a dress. I mean, like, that's part of the dress and not like I spilled food on myself. Yeah. Oh, look. Recalling the theme of the ball 9 years before, it features a cornucopia of fruits, vegetables, and seafood. Yep. Dress me in an outfit of food, I'm there. All right, and here's the children's costumes from, doesn't say what year, worn by her kids. Wow, can you imagine being a kid and having this amazing dramatic train? Fancy as heck. This is an amazing exhibit, and if you are in New Orleans, come see it. If you like fashion, come see it. You know, all these cool pictures too, and like, it's just cool. I mean, goals. We are just hoping that I don't get into a fight. We're just passing through to people watch and not get into fights. No fights, Fox. All right, my friends, we're gonna try to get some dinner and another cocktail. Trying to find a place with grown-ups and nothing crazy. So this seems pretty legit. We'll try this.
Your vampire magic for you.
Wow, that was beautiful. Cheers. Thank you. All right, they set me loose into the night with a Cosmopolitan. So that was the Vampire Apothecary. You need to go there. If you're a goth, if you got some spookiness in yourself. It was cute as hell. Very much appreciated. Making Concrete Blonde proud. I don't know if I want to make Concrete Blonde proud. Anyway, great vibes. Good for writing, creativity, and very charming half my age bartenders who were very nice. Maybe they weren't half my age. Maybe they were very old. Anyway, good vibes. Walking back. Gonna try to get a little bit more writing done before bed. I know you may be asking yourself, Fox, aren't you supposed to be in bed? And the answer is probably yes. But, Fox, are you going to go get a cocktail to put in your squatch cup and go sit outside and write? That is what the real yes is. All right, good morning, everybody. My final day of the conference, because I have to go home tomorrow. This is the fit as of right now. I'm like a walking advertisement for the Integratron. I have my Integratron hoodie on, and then I have just my coffee right now, but I have my Integratron water bottle too. My hair, it looked really cute like 5 minutes ago, and as soon as I started filming, it's gotten big. You know, this is what we're dealing with. So anyway, headed down to get coffee and chat with friends. We're making plans for like a cemetery or a ghost tour tonight. Last night, all the outdoor spaces were locked and closed off, so I ended up watching 2 hours of Bluey on the Disney Channel, and that's what I did with my night instead of writing. But you know what? We're doing what we can, and I did get a lot of good writing yesterday, and a lot of good thinking and planning, so it's all worth it. So let's go get some coffee and hang out with some friends. All right, everybody, we went to our morning sessions, and now we are here in the Garden District, and we are going to the bookstore here, and we're probably all gonna buy more than we need. How cute is this?
God, I sound like such a tourist. I'm like, I love it.
Oh, thank you. How cute. Oh, is this the famous Pete? Is it him? Is it him that I see on the internet? It is! I've seen you all over Instagram, baby. Hello. Signed Anne Rice books. Look at that. Wow. Living room area here. This. Start working. It's always one vlogger in the group. Ooh, it's so cute in here.
Won't you give your lady fair? We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
This is not the Culture Club song that I think of when I think of New Orleans. We gotta take what we can get, right? Alright, so the Pharmacy Museum is closed for renovations, but they're open tonight for a concert in the patio here, so I got to come in after all. ancestors are smiling on me. So those things are the prescription files. That is crazy. And here's all the old. I'll be back here with my mortar and pestle. Look at this. That's a big mortar and pestle. I don't know what you'd be making with that. Got your tray and your spatch, and you're going to be making ointment there. Very good. Look at this. What are you doing here, Stuart? Look at this. This compounding slab here. It says Pittsburgh College of Pharmacy, which maybe that's what my school's called before it was if we were a university. That's my people.
She's some sort of Mozart-like wunderkind genius. They don't realize that she's been doing this for a while. Lestat taps his cane and says, "Excellent, Claudia. Now for something on a more somber note." She obliges, transitioning into funeral music, and the camera pans out. What happens next is very blink and you miss it, but I don't want you to miss it. I want you to go back, watch the movie carefully, observe as the pallbearers are carrying the coffins of the dead family members out of the house, down to the street below where there are hearses parked and waiting. And those hearses are facing opposite directions. That's intentional. What they're showing you in that scene, we would have called that confusing the dead, or confusing the corpse, or confusing the spirit. And we take this very seriously because we knew that the dead could rise here in Louisiana. Here in New Orleans, that's a thing that happened almost every time the cemeteries flooded. Before we installed the pumps, that happened quite a bit. I don't want you to think that this is a problem we left behind in the past, however. If you do a Google image search for floating coffins, Louisiana, you'll see that it is still very much a contemporary issue. Sometimes when the floodwaters get high enough, things do not stay where you put them. And that includes coffins full of dead bodies, which might be suddenly floating down the street, and a premature resurrection of the dead, which is just as unsettling as it sounds, I promise you.
Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Everything, my earrings make a sound, my little I should be writing tag makes a sound, my flippies make a sound. I'm fucking tired. Do not ask what time we got back. We got back to the hotel from the Vampire Tour and dinner at like 12:30, and then I saw my other friend sitting out. And I was like, hi. And the next thing we know, they're closing down the area where we were sitting, sending us out into the night. We go sit in the room. And by the time we were done chatting, it was 2:30. So I got about 4 hours of sleep, a little bit less actually, because I couldn't fall right asleep at 2:30 when I left. And now I'm going out to get breakfast. And it's the last day of the conference, but I'm leaving because I have to teach dance tomorrow, which is very exciting. But I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm sad that I'm leaving early. But I'm so tired. So tonight when I get home, it's gonna be a nap. All right, everybody. As the lyrics in Pig say, all good things come to an end sometime. So don't burn the day. Oh, I can't stop crying. This has been such a good week. I'm sorry that I'm emotional and I'm crying, but the people that I have made, the heart connections that I have made, the people believing in me and accepting me and holding space for me to be me. When I have it in my head that I don't deserve it or that I don't belong, it means so much. And I'm ready to go home because I miss Layla. Husband, at least I've talked to every day, but I miss him, and my stomach is like ready for like vegetables and stuff. But it's very bittersweet, and I'm just so glad that I have everybody's information and we can stay in contact and stay in touch and stay a part of each other's lives after this. So now we gotta get to the airport. It is balls hot in my room. That's not helping. I'm sweating and crying. Good stuff. But this was magical. I'll see everybody from Pittsburgh.
Oh, who's in the car? Who's in the car waiting for Mama? It's the baby! Hi! Okay, move over. Make room for Mommy. Oh my goodness, my baby.